Stevie J is back, and, he's claiming that he's the good guy. Porsha Williams has her baby, and Wendy Williams said, the ring didn't mean a thing. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What up, AfterBuzzers? Welcome back to Reality Roast. It's your boy, DJ Jesse J, joined in studio by Miss Corrinne Williams.
A thing. Hi, guys.
Let's hop right on into it, fresh off my press.
Come on, press.
I meant to watch, you know what I mean? Because I've been catching up with Wendy Williams, but please spill this tea. You heard what?
Black emoji hand claps. Baby, let me tell you though. So I was scrolling online and
minding everyone's business.
Minding all of y'all's business and mine and yours. And what do we have here? A picture of Wendy Williams with what? No ring.
Woo, let me just take my bang.
Come on, bang. Come on, bang, and slick them edges too. Yes.
Now, Wendy.
Wendell. Wendy.
Now, you said when you came back from your long hiatus.
Did.
That, don't ask her no questions. She ain't going to talk about it until you don't see a ring. Well.
Now we got preguntas.
Hot topics tomorrow.
Cello.
Better be.
Good and juicy.
I mean.
Because we ready.
Like a steakhouse.
Well done.
I mean, this drama has just been like boiling up. I mean, from the fact that, in a sober house, then we see this picture and the word alleged just being thrown around.
It's so sad. Ooh. It's so sad. And then
and a baby.
And a BABY exclamation point.
Chile.
So is that like a sister wife or is it just a...
Speaking of that, next week we're gonna have the cast from Seeking Sister Wives.
You said that last week,
well,
and we're here this week.
Actually, did I say that they were coming? I think I told you. I don't think I told the world.
Did.
Well,
watch it.
They were, but then they forgot, and so they'll be back in next week. But
they were seeking another sister wife.
Man.
But no, check it. So, okay, I'll let you finish with Wendy, but I have something else to say. Okay, well, so Charlamagne the God, he
don't like Keven.
Big Kev. You got that tea?
I mean, I saw the headline.
Yeah, so he doesn't like him, and he went into a whole story as to why. So pretty much, he said he doesn't support, his antics and what he's doing, and this is why he and Wendy aren't friends. So Charlamagne was friends with Keven, and he was friends with some guy named Wax. Or Wig, or I think it's Wax. So
I hope that's a street name.
Wax, I think so.
Okay.
Wax was supposed to be getting hooked up with one of Charlamagne's friends. Then Keven inserted himself, started messing with homegirl, and then Keven became very sprung.
I'm sprung
over the woman who was allegedly pregnant and who had allegedly has this new baby.
So this goes back.
It goes all the way back, and so Charlamagne was just like he don't support his punk ass and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. However, he has no ill will or is not holding any grudges or hard feelings against Wendy because he feels that he and Wendy are still cool. Keven is just the mess in the middle.
Well, if the blessing out of this is a situation with Charlamagne and Wendy talking, I want that recorded.
I like their little radio show.
Yeah.
I like them together. They had good energy.
Well, we're sending our blessings out to you, Miss Wendy, and
love and support.
You got like a week. I'll give you a week if you're figuring stuff. Because I know, when you're dealing with stuff at home, and I can imagine it being pressured on you, wait a minute. I got to check myself before I make a comment and say some shit because she got a mouth.
Yeah.
So if you need a week, you got a week, babish.
Not bish.
Let us know. Say, I'm going to talk about it. I just need to get my mental together. You know what I mean? Just be honest. Be real, Wendy. Come on.
Maybe she just was cleaning her ring, or maybe she left it on set.
Oh, in the same week that allegedly?
Because it's a big ring. You got to do finger curls to hold that joint up.
Okay.
Anyways.
It better be babe pulling that real quick. Speaking of babies, Miss Porsha Williams, congratulations.
Congrats, P.
Had her baby on Friday via C-section.
Oh, big baby.
Daddy Dennis McKinley was walking around the hospital room with a plate full of cookies with different P names on them.
No hot dogs?
No hot dogs this time around. Although for the sex thing, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah,
Tacos or hot dogs.
Right. Love it.
They had all different P names, so everyone could guess what they were going to name the baby. And the baby's name is now Pilar Janedy.
Pilar Janedy. It's so cute.
Now McKinley, right?
Yes.
That'd be Pilar.
Yeah,
McKinley.
because eventually she'll become a McKinley.
Eventually. And hopefully we'll see that in the new special because this was documented by Bravo.
Ow.
And there is a special to be aired. And I was actually talking to some friends and we were saying, like, you know how Bravo does their specials and it's usually like an 8-episode stunt. Like, I'm here for 2.
Just 2?
Or give me a great 90-minute special. Like,
you don't want to give her a full little at least 6 episodes.
I got Potomac coming up. I still be catching up on New York.
I think Porsha will give us good TV.
I think good enough TV that we could get in a great 90-minute episode. See you next season.
I think that if they were to do 6 to 8 episodes, what they should do is, of course, track the birth, and then
Shrill on Hulu don't even have that.
Move right on into her wedding planning, the bridesmaid fiasco, the saga, the drama, and then give us the full wedding, and then boom, we're done. That's a good 8 episodes.
Oh, what happened?
You tried it. He tried it. It's so disrespectful. It's so rude, so nasty, so rude.
Sure was. And what was so rude?
I don't like you.
Speaking of so rude, last night on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Marlo, you out here spilling tea when your part is spilling itself.
Don't do Marlo's part. Her wigs are nice.
Did you not that one
Her
last?
wigs, the one with the ponytail.
Yeah, when she was spilling the tea.
I like that wig.
Bitch, the entire front. I thought it was gonna come out the sewer.
That was a good wig.
Well,
she had them baby hairs glued down.
No, it was
it's
not
hard with a wig.
No. Go back and pause it and look at it. Bitch, it's literally peeling off. That's why she came in with the fresh hair, because that one was on its way out.
He tried it.
No,
Jesse a hater.
because then she came in with Nene's wig at the
little blonde color on her, but get into it. We got to go. We got to talk about it.
We got so much. All right, so Marlo, we've been seeing this clip for a couple weeks, inching its way, and Marlo's spilling this tea. And so basically, what we came down to is Marlo sat down with Nene and
Tanya.
Miss Forgettable.
Oh, you don't like Tanya?
Oh, and especially after tonight, girl, you tried it. That was the tackiest.
Well, she was
tacky. I know what she's trying to do.
She's trying to get
us peach, but you did it incorrectly.
Oh,
girl, it wasn't cute with your little fringe. Bye.
Oh,
bye.
I like Tan.
Not
I like
Tan.
Come on, little Tan. Hey, Tan. That's my boo. I think she's so much fun.
Well, we find out a lot of tea. Miss Marlo said, well, people wasn't feeling. First of all, Eva been online defending her wedding. And I'm like,
yesterday and today.
When you got Beyonce ain't out here defending herself.
She ain't worried about you hoes.
Right, because she I got coins, and if you think I don't, continue thinking that.
No, Beyonce said, I'm booked and busy, B.
Right.
Bye.
Eva, on the other hand,
the diva.
Now, Marlo came out and said that one of her closest bridesmaids, they're no longer friends anymore. Janedy, which we saw her in a couple episodes prior to, and basically come out to say that Eva's broke. Like, they was holding on for a prayer for a couple things with this wedding. Luckily, it came through. She's like, they don't even live in that house. That's my house.
It's her house.
Was it her house or a friend's house?
It's Janeda's.
And that, this whole time, they've been painting a picture.
Oh.
But it ain't the story. And it's interesting because then we see Eva go to Candy. Run to Candy. And she's giving Candy all this information Candy ain't really asked for.
And Candy's like, what, Candy?
Why is she telling me this story?
That don't make no sense. What? You moving in 2 days?
She's telling you the story for the alley-oop because she knows what. Look, it's smelling a little Karen Hugerish.
Not Karen Hugerish.
We're going to talk about Real Housewives in Potomac in a moment.
I can't. We got to get into this, though, Jesse.
But this is some tea. So
give it to
apparently
us.
She said that she lives in some raggedy little house.
Dead.
And, whatever the case is. Now, Eva has been painting her, as she calls her donor, her ex, Kevin McCall, the father of her child,
Marley.
crazy, said that he stalks her and like I mean, what in the Tyler Perry? She's like, I'll just come out of my door and he'll just be in the driveway. Like, girl.
So much so that she and her now husband have gotten the FBI involved. Well, now that part I just was
where's
like,
the
pause
restraining
for the
order?
cause. Yeah, where's the restraining order?
Isn't that like the first step?
Yeah, it's 911 all day. You have it all on record, and then you move to the next.
Yeah, and a restraining order, and then you take those things to the FBI.
You go to court.
I just don't think Kevin McCall's out here like that. And if he wants to see something, I would assume it would be his daughter.
He's in Los Angeles, California. So you mean to tell me that he's coinked up enough to be hopping back and forth?
Right.
To
and,
Atlanta?
You know, Marlo was like, I don't trust this story because Eva came back and defended herself. I also thought it was interesting that when she met back up with Nene, what's his name was in the car?
Oh, yeah.
Her man.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering, I said, where the hell did he come from?
Yeah.
He came down the 85.
And then y'all like, we
so
got to do
fast.
secret, like
Yeah.
witness protection, like, boy.
But what I didn't like, and I was like, okay, so are we all playing a game here? Are we all acting? Because Nene was mic'd up. Oh, she gonna kill me if she knew this. Oh, no, but she went over there anyway. Then cut to, we saw Michael and then Eva telling their story. So I thought that was real shady because let somebody have done that to Nene. And you know I stand for Nene. You know I live
But
for
the difference is, I think Bravo has more respect for Nene. That if Nene don't want that microphone near her, they're gonna be like, all right. But they don't care about Eva. They're like, Nene, we need you to keep that out.
Nene, do you want a renewed contract?
And mind you, and Nene probably, she's like, no, I promised her I wasn't gonna have a mic. They're like, Nene, no, okay.
They just shaking their head.
Real quick, like, okay.
You need a raise. You need a raise, babe. But another thing that I found interesting, because Twitter was on fire last night, as well as IG, and Kevin McCall, Eva, baby daddy
Tweeting
number
from
one.
California, Los Angeles, California.
Tweeting from Bompton.
Right.
Well, maybe he might be a neighbor, but he was tweeting and talking about this is all a lie, a large fabrication, and so much so that he feels that Eva and her husband are actually using him for a storyline in order to pretty much stay relevant. Now, this is just a loose quote, so y'all can go on Twitter and check it out for yourselves. Cut two, in addition, he said, actually, stalking much? It's a hard no for me because... Get into this. Eva, you just salty because I went on to the left with old girl over here and you were the one stalking me. Okay? So ain't nobody stalking you. I just want to see my daughter. So what's up?
And something should be worked out legally in the courts so that he can do so. He came out to also tweet, it's sad when she got to keep using my name for a storyline.
Yeah.
If I was the husband, I would be like, real hoe of Atlanta, is you out of your mind?
Whoa.
Or is you still obsessed with your child's father?
Oh.
Why is he in our storyline so much? Ain't I enough headline for our relationship?
Come on, Saint.
Then he wrote, that rent due, and old boy ain't winning no elections, so the money funny. Tag me in when y'all ready. I'll wait. I can bail the whole family out. Again.
Ooh.
But pride comes before the fall. Too much pride and ego and lies. That's the worst part. The compulsive lying. It's gross. And then a money sign with some eyes.
My God, today. Yes, that is the tweet that I'm talking about. So it just was crazy. But what do you feel, or what were your thoughts when you watched it, that Nene should have been the one to tell Eva what Marlo just laid upon she and Tanya?
I agree.
Do you?
Yeah, I do agree because I think, well, here's the thing, because Tanya is also very close to Eva.
Now. But originally she came in as Nene's friend.
Nene's friend. Right. My thing is I just have to sit with Tanya unless Nene and Tanya have an understanding like, all right, girl, we're going to try and work you in or whatever the case is. But like, this was just messy. It was just like, girl... One, you don't know how to play the game, and you did it wrong, okay?
You went to Cynthia for advice first, like...
Worst idea in Real Housewives history is getting messy advice from Cynthia.
Not messy.
Right.
Yeah, she's holding on to her peach, too. She holding on to the stem, to the core.
Ooh. And she that seed like...
Because Mike Hill
like James and the Giant Peach eating from the outside. No, Mike is a snooze fest.
He's so boring. In my opinion, I feel that he's so pressed to just be on the show. Like, yeah. I'm like, calm down.
Yeah.
Calm it all the way down.
So I just wasn't here for it. I would have rather it had been Nene because I felt like it would have escalated in a much fun way.
Yeah.
And Nene wouldn't let her leave like that.
No.
Tanya was like, oh, great. Now I can run inside and tell all the girls, and
Yeah.
it can be me. She is exhausting to me. She needs to go on Real Housewives of Potomac.
I like
She gives me
Tanya.
Potomac tea.
She
More
doesn't
so.
give me like housewife franchise worthy. She gives me friend to the show, but not in as many scenes as we've seen her. But I do enjoy Tanya. I think she's fun. I think she's a good time.
Like, I would probably like her in real life.
I like her. I follow her on IG and everything. I like her. She's very smart. She's educated. I like her. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
I follow them all though.
Yeah.
like
Speaking
her.
of singing, Miss Candy Burris is out here and she about to drop a solo project, a solo album, which none of us asked for. But
Can't take it.
but get it, girl. Get it, girl.
Candy ain't thinking about you. She's
I
gonna
never
auto-tune
thought
that
she
voice
was.
up real good. And she's gonna get somebody hot on the track, on the beat. And she's gonna write a dope chorus. Candy can write.
She can. I haven't really cared for a lot of the stuff that's come out lately. I think she
I
writes
haven't heard.
amazing for other people.
Oh, hands down.
She really can tune into you and find that song that represents you and your brand.
the ring. The ring.
Still singing it. Hit after hit after hit. Now, hopefully, you got one this year. All right, Candy, I'm holding it up.
When
for
is
you.
the album gonna drop?
I don't know, but let me know.
Did you hear that allegedly rumors are swirling that Jennifer Williams is coming back to Basketball Wives? Basketball grandmas.
Wait, what?
I just want the show
What
to
show
go
is this?
away.
Basketball wise?
Yes.
Why?
I wanted to go. So I read it.
Oh, give me chills.
I read this, and so I don't know if it is true, okay, people? So don't come for me. I'm just saying this is what I read, so I'm bringing it to the masses here on Reality Rose, okay? So we're here to talk about
Rumors
it.
that the show's coming back or that she's on
That
it?
she will be back on the new season. So
what?
that leads me to believe
What
that
in the
show will
Robin
be-
Givens on Real Housewives of Atlanta is going on? No one cares. No one cares, Jennifer. You didn't work back then and you're not working now.
Oh, yeah, I just don't. First of all, I don't want to see anybody.
I'm good. Like, Shawnee, I hope they're all blessed and living their lives.
Don't want to see anybody.
You know, I saw
no one in LA.
Evelyn in the Nicki Minaj video, and
She
good
and her
for
daughter. They look amazing.
They look great. And now they got their clothes. Is it in Macy's? It's like a...
I believe so.
Was it Macy's? Or Shanice's like workout
Shanice's
line
workout
and
line,
Evelyn's
yeah.
jewelry. They're doing like pop-ups.
That's
so
beautiful.
Congratulations. That's what you guys should be
I
focused on.
love it.
None of y'all with a basketball player anymore.
I think we're
Literally, no one. Like, who is? Nobody. So why don't we call this
Malay. Oh, well.
the later wives?
Jesse's stupid.
The later wives
of LA.
Of LA.
But I mean, remember? I think it was last year when allegedly they were shopping for a different city. So I heard Atlanta was one as well as Chicago. But it might be. I don't know if it's happening. But we might get like new characters.
I'm good.
I think that would be more entertaining than
Look.
Married to Medicine LA.
Well,
honey,
but that's the point. This is the
I
point.
am
Look, there's an age demographic
My
that
God,
you can't do certain
today.
type of ratchet stuff with. Okay? It just don't work. I don't want to see a whole show of it. Married to Medicine worked in Atlanta because we
works
love those. It
in
works.
Atlanta.
Because we like those women. Those women are amazing television for what they are. I don't want to see that recreated. That's like me trying to sit with, you know what I mean?
Go
like,
ahead, Jesse,
no,
go ahead.
I'm not trying to. Like, I gave it a chance.
I'm still giving
Girl,
it a chance.
oh,
I'm
no.
like, it's gonna pick up.
It
I
will.
want to support the franchise.
Well, you know what I mean? Go watch
But-
reruns of Atlanta. I'm just like, they're so uninteresting.
Their storylines.
Beautiful women. Beautiful
they're
women.
gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
But the storylines are stupid. One of the castmates said the other one lived in their house looked like a kingpin's home. So now she's upset and in a frenzy. Another one is upset with the other one because she invited an ex-girlfriend of her now husband to the party.
First world
So this
problems
is
we
what
don't
we're
need to be
reaching
watching.
out at, and I'm like,
And moving on to something more exciting, Real Housewives of Potomac dropped their mega trailer. May 5th, it will be out Sunday. I'm excited.
We can't wait. We can't wait. Man, if y'all have not seen that trailer, go ahead and get all the way into it.
Because the girls are bringing
The girls are coming with the
out.
clap backs. Okay, you have Ashley on the front line getting charged up.
You got
Karen-
Robin with the chicken noodle soup on her head, the ramen noodle soup. with a broke husband on the side.
He is a head coach
He
now.
is fine.
He
I'll
is a
give
head
him.
coach now.
Oh, I
Juan
just
Dixon.
loving a broke man.
Looks like Karen and Giselle are back at their antics, and Monique and Giselle are back at their antics.
It looked like Giselle stepping it up a little bit with the I don't give a fuck.
Giselle ain't got no friends this season. Is that what you're leading us to believe, Bravo?
0 fucks given. And Karen out here being Karen. That's
Karen
why I
got
love
box
her. She's my
braids.
favorite.
You better live your best life. You know you living your best life when you're of a woman of a certain age with box braids, boo. I love Karen. I like all the girls though.
But the real tea,
I like
well,
them all.
and then they're bringing what's her name, Karen Frost.
Karen.
But she's only a friend. She's not going to be like in the show. She's only going to be in certain scenes just to stir up some stuff because the bitches hate her. But the real tea
Now
comes
she's
from
hater.
Ashley, which it seems like the whole squad going to kind of shift on her because they always treat her like the little girl and they feel like that they can like, with all their problems, help her.
But last year she stepped up.
She did, but this year.
She was a major player.
This year.
Oh, give it to us.
So she's pregnant.
Preggers.
Her and Michael have been split for 6 months.
That's probably the duration of how long she's been pregnant thus far.
And so now they're going to have to work out co-parenting. That's such a hard, sticky situation. To co-parent with someone you just broke up from. Unless you know something we don't know. Ashley, is he really gay?
Oh.
Because the allegations, well, not even the allegations. He was convicted for sexual, was it abuse or assault?
Assault.
Assault from last season
Oh.
with a Bravo cameraman. Michael got a little frisky, rubbing on his booty, on your booty. Girl, so now we know that this isn't the first time the question of Michael's sexuality has come up. He was caught in that gay club, which straight men do go to gay clubs with their friends or to meet up with their friends. Then, you know, he was the first one to get butt naked and with the boys on the boat and be like, hey, jump in the water.
Maybe culturally there's...
Yeah, culturally maybe. But convicted for sexual assault?
I just feel like I need to get the deets on that.
Jussie Smollett's still out here.
Not Jesse Smollett. Not
He's still out here in purgatory. And Michael was convicted.
I need to get the deets.
Yeah.
Because I don't have... I need the information
I'm
before
like,
I can
assault.
give it.
That is like, if I was just like...
Because it's from the producer.
A cameraman, I think.
The cameraman. Wow, and you were convicted? Wow. I wonder how this is going to play out with Ashley. And then I wonder what her coin situation is going to look like. Because remember last season we saw her sign that prenup. And she was like, oh, I'll be in it for a little while longer because it was, what, up to 10 years or something, you get more coins. So I don't know. But he also...
Where the money at?
That part.
Where the money at?
And doesn't he already have like two or three children already?
Girl, I don't know. I'm not invested.
Yeah, honey.
Well, speaking of children and messy mishaps, so
Not messy mishaps,
Love and
honey.
Hip Hop Atlanta premiered tonight. Lit.
I can't wait. My DVR is set and she's ready.
Lituation, because when I tell you, between well, look at who we got here.
Who that?
Ashley, you supposed to be here. You on?
Hello, am I on air?
Yes, you
Yes.
are.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Rennie Boo.
Hi, Boo.
Hello, reality chat. How are you guys doing? So I'm a lawyer now. Sorry I came back to the show.
She is ESQ.
What are we talking about?
Oh my
Girl,
God.
we about to talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Can't with her.
Oh, I don't watch. I'm going to hang up and call back in 5.
Bye.
She did not say that.
And that's why we're here. Love a live show.
That bash.
All right, so Stevie J and Mimi are in the, I'm not going to say the news, in the blogs.
On Instagram.
They're on the Instagram.
On the IG, okay? Don't even do blogs. They're on IG. And it's not even Mimi, it's the boo.
Yeah, so her WNBA partner, as a matter of fact, let me call Ashley. She said she was going to watch. Bitch, you ain't even watching. So her WNBA boo, Ty.
Hey, Ty.
And Mimi, they're dating. And whatever, Stevie went under a picture of Ty with Stevie and Joseline and Mimi's daughter, Eva, and wrote, y'all should adopt.
Shots fired.
Ty...
She said, not today, Satan.
Said, First of all, went in on Stevie. Stevie came back and was like, yo, I was being the good guy. I didn't mean it in no harmless way. I was saying, like, you look good. Like, y'all should adopt. Have your own child together.
Your own. Keyword own.
And she said, nope, Stevie, you the villain. You ain't never trying to really be the good guy. And you was saying that to be petty.
Oh.
And you know what? I should adopt. How about Eva?
Oh.
So what are you getting from all this tea? Stevie just being messy?
I don't think...
Or Atlanta's coming back and they're like, how can we spice things up in the comments real quick?
I think it's threefold. Yes, he's being messy. That's number one. Number two, a little jealousy. Number three, it derives from a little insecurity because Ty clapped back and was like, yeah, you just an Instagram daddy. You're not here. Why don't you come through and spend some quality time with your child?
It is interesting to me, like, you really live out here.
Yeah.
So how do you see your child? Kevin McCall. What in the McCall's going on?
What in the McCall? But then Stevie was just like, yeah, all the kids love me, so don't say that, et cetera, et cetera. She's like, I'm not saying that they don't, because I'm sure they do, because you're the father. However, spend time with the little ones. So I'm sure he's feeling in his feelings. Mm-hmm. People, don't let feelings rule you, okay? In your feelings.
Get out your feelings.
But yeah, I think this is a good segue into setting us up to be prepared for this new season. This 2-hour premiere that is going to happen tonight. Can't wait.
And it's everything. Like when I tell y'all.
I can't wait.
But it's so interesting to me to see Stevie actually respect a woman. And it's crazy because he is with Faith. I mean, it's a different personality. He got his yes ma'am voice on, like, yeah, yeah, sure, baby, whatever you need. And Faith got this man in check. And it's disgusting because it's like, wow, he never respected Joseline and never respected Mimi. Never. You still to this day don't, because you still come out of whatever character you're doing with Faith, you come out of it
not whatever
to
character.
give that to Mimi. And you'll see Faith put him in check for Mimi, and Faith and Mimi be like, okay.
Does he disrespect her? Like we see it?
Yeah, because so tonight you're going to see basically Mimi said, hey, I want to meet Faith before she meets Eva. Like
makes sense.
Anybody. I've heard this period with
that
with
makes
couples.
Sense.
Don't bring no person around my child.
Don't bring
so
no
he has a whole
child.
sit down with Eva.
I saw that part.
Faith.
Okay.
And Faith says to him, does she know that this happened? And he said, no. She said, that ain't right. Because he's complaining about Mimi, and Faith takes up for Mimi. And so I appreciate it. Now, Miss Spice over here.
Oh, Spice. She want to be light.
Oh.
She want to be light, bright, and white. Is that just, do we think this is the truth, or is this just her storyline to carry her through?
So here's what I really think. I think that she went through this in real life in the past, got over it, didn't go through with it, and I think she's retelling the story. I think Love and Hip Hop makes them do that. It makes them retell the story. Because I think the same thing with Sydney Starr. I don't think she was like doing like the surgery and stuff like that. I think all that was whatever. I also think the same thing with Shay. Like in her, because at the reunion, which you'll see tonight,
I'm not watching Miami.
Against JoJo gets dragged.
Okay, maybe I need to watch Miami because I stopped. I said I can't.
Let me tell you, the last one tonight is like JoJo's funeral. That's why she wore black in that hat. But basically, Shay came out to say like, "Bitch, you was out here telling people I had cancer. This is what I was going through." So I'm just like, filming wise, I wonder how much of what was happening when. But the Shay one maybe was actually caught on camera. But I think the Sydney one, I think this one are stories that they're retelling. Kind of.
Gotcha.
Who else do we get? Oh,
Give it to us.
I can't tell you, but Scrappy, or not Scrappy. Well, actually, Little Scrappy situation is hilarious because it's his mom, Mama D, and then Bambi's mama, Cece, living in the same house.
Oh, Lord, please.
And Mama D,
please
don't like Miss Cece.
I just do not want them to be the mothers like A1 and Lyrica's mom. Like, I can't. Yeah, come on now. Let's do better.
But let me tell you, Mama D delivered. The first scene of Mama D, you gonna. Mama D delivers this.
Let's do better. I don't want them to be like that.
Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's tonight. Make sure you guys check it out.
Check it. No, you said Real Housewives of Atlanta. You mean Love and Hip Hop.
Love and Hip Hop of Atlanta. Whatever. It's all the Atlantas right now. And the next week on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore.
Honey, and this was the fight that we were talking about last week. So Cynthia invites Kenya to that party, like I said last week, and Nene was like, "Who this?
Hold up.
Why she here?
IGGY.
And so this is where the fallout starts to begin.
Well, while they're falling out, Rob and Black China came together.
Well, 50-50.
50-50 custody. It was decided that when they're with the child, even though 50-50, but Rob will have custody.
Oh, he has primary?
Primary custody, which is interesting.
How does that work?
I wonder because the drugs and stuff like that, maybe with Black China in the headlines.
Wasn't he allegedly?
Allegedly. I don't know. Honestly, probably just a better lawyer. 50-50 custody. When they're with the child, they have to spend whatever money they have of their own on that child. Sorry, Black. And but like Black. Medical, school stuff, that is split 50-50.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
So it is a pretty, I'm actually really happy that they got to this.
Yes.
This point.
Because kids need structure, team. Okay? Mm-hmm. Okay? Give it to us. Oh, inhale, exhale. This is like yoga.
All right, I don't know if you remember. A while back, Usher had this case.
Yes.
The case of the herpes.
Oh, Usher.
Let it burn. Let it burn.
Leave Usher. Don't do Ush.
Well, as he's prepping to go to court, to go to court, he is requesting that the woman's medical team speaks on her past medical history. Reason to believe
she already had.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, Usher, what you know that we don't? Because let the story have flipped and he got it from her.
Bay.
Coin all day.
I don't care though.
I don't really care either. Something else I don't know if I care about, but TLC. Last week we told you Britney Spears, the musical.
Britney batch.
Well, TLC is rumored to be working on a musical themselves for Broadway.
Not interested.
It would have to be.
Like, is it on Broadway or the outskirts of Broadway?
Well, no one's just getting a Broadway show. It has to start on the outskirts.
So small
but
theater.
That they're thinking to do it big. But, which great, think big. But I don't want the TLC story.
Yeah, we've seen it on Lifetime with Lil Mama.
I need it to be like Sister Act, but like to the music of TLC. Like something like that. Like a story of something to the music of TLC. Because Earth, Wind, and Fire, I actually saw their musical, and it was actually really good.
Musical?
Yeah, and it was a story of this girl, and she wanted to be a dancer, and it was all set to the music of Earth, Wind, and Fire. It was really dope.
I love it.
So I can see something along that lines. Like they didn't call it "What About Your Friends?" You know what I mean? Like something there.
Yeah, just
or creep.
Or Scribe, the Broadway theater near you.
That's actually innovative, new.
It's a hard no for me.
Yeah,
I would need to like be pitched the idea like in order to be sold.
Because on Broadway, it's like, what about your friend?
Right. I don't want no scrub.
Scrub is a guy get no love from me.
Hanging out the passenger side. Right?
Yeah.
Ow.
Lights
Jazz
out.
hands. Right?
So passing.
Yeah.
Something that I
Hard no.
think by next year I might be into. I'm gonna see if I can get a free account from
What,
if my
honey?
mom invests into it.
Not your mom.
Or a really close friend. Apple TV just announced Apple TV Plus, which will have original content and also ways for you to get like HBO Now and all that stuff.
That
they're going to
means
be releasing. It's
more jobs for
another
everybody in the entertainment.
Yeah.
We're here for it.
Another subscription-based situation. Hopefully it'll let me like cut out like 2 of them. Like I'll be like, oh, I don't need Prime and Hulu anymore.
Yeah, you're still going to need them.
I know.
They're not going to take them. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Because I like Apple TV. I don't have it, but I go to my friend's house to do it. And I watch concerts. That's what I use it for. Like, this is set for Apple. Like, I went and saw Taylor Swift's concert because it was just released to Apple TV. And I was like, this girl good.
It was on Netflix too.
It was before it was released to Netflix. See what I'm saying? But that's it.
Yeah, I actually wanted to go to that concert. I never realized, like, I was like, oh, like, I would be drunk singing to Taylor Swift. I could.
Whose concert I want to go
Nicki
to?
Minaj for me. Oh, I can't wait, bitch. I'm going to be out in that fucking audience. Like,
Get it. You got your ticket.
Superb ass.
Whose concert I want to go to?
Who?
Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande.
Okay,
That little girl, she gives vocals. I love that little girl.
Yeah, it would
She
be cute.
sings
If someone
down.
gave me a free ticket, I'd go.
Really?
I'm not spending money for it.
I'm not gonna spend
Also,
like Beyonce money.
because at first
but I'll
when I
spend
looked
money.
at the back, I was like, when she does the 7 ring set with the pink car and all that, I was like, oh, that's cute in the moon.
Yeah.
But then they did this shot from far back with the stage, and they said, why does her stage look like a urinal? And I was like, it really does.
That is
That's
so.
actually
See, they
hilarious.
just want to hate on you, Ari, but I'm here for you because his vocals are on point. And that new album is hot.
Yeah, the new
So
album's
was Sweetener though. I was on Sweetener, and then she released it. I love Sweetener.
okay. Anyways,
I can't.
speaking of getting a little sweet
Come on.
and a little spicy,
Come on.
the Spice
Oh.
Girls,
Oh.
Miss Mel B, Scary Spice, was out here spilling the
Tea.
coffee. She isn't even drinking tea.
No
She
tea.
was like, psh.
Was it?
So she basically came out to say in an interview with Piers Morgan that back in the day, you know, her and her bestie Jerry, the redhead of the group, had sex. And they just kind of laughed about it, you know.
Ginger,
They were
yeah.
experimenting with each other. You know, she's been open that she's had relations with women before. And now people are worrying that the tour may not happen because Jerry has...
Because she's running her mouth.
Well, Jerry, husband, is very put together.
Yeah.
And he has apparently
posh
worked
man.
very hard to clean her image up. And this could be messy. She also said that her and Sporty Spice made out back in the day, but nothing sexual.
I feel like this. If you're going to spill your tea, just spill your tea. Why do you have to bring other people in it to make you feel interesting? Especially if you know that your friend is over here with this count.
Trying
I'm
to
not
do
saying he's a count, but you know what I'm saying? Like he's pulled up, he's buttoned up, he's society guy. And she knows he's very conservative. So why on earth would you pull your friend down? And you know that you need the money for the tour.
Well, so that's what's going on over there. In other reality
Now,
TV
what else is
news,
going on?
In other reality TV news, what have you been watching?
Child, you know, just all the...
Have you seen the Mexican Dynasty thing on Bravo?
I have not seen
Snooze
it. And
fest.
honey, I turned within the first 15 minutes.
What in the cartel crew?
What? And I still haven't featured Cartel Crew.
Oh, done.
I
Trash
just
it.
can't do it. I feel like if we're going to do shows like that, bring back Mob Wives. Bring back the OGs. Because you know they still are fighting.
And see, that's another one. I would rather, VH1, I'd rather watch Mob Wives with the same women
The same cast.
versus Basketball Wives.
I'm going to watch. This is my thing, though. Since I came up on the B Wives, I'm going to continue to watch the B Wives until infinity. They could be Golden Girls. They could be on crutches, and I could just be like, oh, my girls are still on. I don't know why.
Let's just
I
call
just
it
have
Cedar
to.
Sinai.
Shut up. But the same will be true with RHOA. Like, if I'm like 80 and they're still on, I'm still watching. Because
just
it's
so
like
different for me. Like, there's something about the Real Housewives women that, like, because there's the certain ones in there, like, if you really got rid of Nene, Cynthia,
I wouldn't watch.
Candy, you tore me up. Like,
I can't
as much as,
watch.
like, there's even times where it's like, oh, you know, a rag on Candy or whatever, but, like, there's a purpose in their friendship. I believe that these women are all interconnected. Basketball Wives, these bitches have come out and hated on each other for so long. Like, at this point, it's Shawnee, Tammy, and Evelyn. End of story.
Well, no, it's really just Evelyn and Shawnee, who are friends.
Yeah.
Tammy's just kind of, she got Reg.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Tammy's out here looking beat. I'll give her that.
Ain't she, though? Come on, Bonnet Chronicles.
Pulling it together.
Come on, Tam.
What's that show you watch on OWN?
Oh, Fiance or Family.
How's that going?
I said this last week. I'm not going to spill the tea because somebody out here is going to watch these past 3 episodes. If you're not watching,
I had to catch up on Seeking Sister Wives because I thought they were coming in, so I couldn't.
Baby, you don't know what you are missing. It is a good time. Okay? You're connected. You're not connected. You're looking at these people like they're such a mess. You're looking at the mama like, why is your wig sideways? You're looking at the father, the cousin, the best friend that you might have slept with.
Mm. Have any of y'all checked out the Instagram lives with
No.
any of the Love After Lockup people? They've been on Instagram lives.
Wait, you never told me this.
No, I just was catching them the other day. So
now I need this.
Yesterday, I watched Marciano's, and it was him.
Is he still with Brittany?
Yep. And
they had their
she
baby?
looks bomb. Yep. Yep. Had the baby because the baby was crying in the back. And he was on live with her son.
Oh, Gustavo.
Who loves
Junior.
him. Like, loves Marcelino. And, like, was on him, and Marcelino was just sitting there rubbing on his head, answering people's questions or whatnot.
He's so cute, too, the little boy.
Then I seen, what's the white girl's name? Michael's girl.
Michael's girl. Oh, Sarah.
The wife, Sarah.
And Megan.
But I hadn't, I actually saw it as we were coming in and I didn't click it yet. But so that's the one I'm going to have to watch after this. But then I seen prior to Michael. I watched Michael on a live. Girl,
is he still in jail?
No.
How is he doing live in jail?
No, he wasn't in jail.
Oh, he's free.
When I seen him. But he was out talking about.
Is he with Sarah or Megan?
Well, he didn't really speak on that. And that he was just like. Basically, he's all about women empowerment. Like, I'm like, bro. And people, y'all don't understand. Y'all didn't understand. But apparently, she is still talking to him. Megan is still in
that's what they said when the show ended.
Still to this day.
She was still talking to him, and Sarah was too. Now,
also,
who you with?
Now, on the other side of reality TV, but it is based on a real story. If you have Hulu, I recommend you watch this show called The Act. I forget who it's based off, Rosemary's Baby or something like that. That's not it. But
Rosemary's Baby.
Girl, when I tell you, it is about this mother, and this is like 2015 this story happened. So this mother who was mentally sick, and she's making her child believe that she is like a paraplegic, like all these things. Like she can't go outside. They like basically live together. She's in her face 24/7. This girl has no life. It is so good. The acting is so good. It reminds me of American History. Is that not American History?
You're talking about with Drew Barrymore and...
No, it's a TV show, and what's his name used to do it. Oh, no. And it would change every season. Y'all know. Leave us in the comments and let us know what y'all are watching too, because so we can pick it up and talk about it.
So does the girl ever figure out that she's not a paraplegic?
Well, it's on, so it's on, so you just gotta watch it.
Okay.
Because Hulu releases them all every week.
When do I have time to watch? I got all my Ratchet shows. Now I gotta get caught up on Seeking Sister Wives.
The Act, though.
Oh my God, today.
The Act, though.
Come on, clap.
Ashley trying to get me to watch something called The Mirage, some movie it's Mexican, in Spanish on YouTube or on Netflix. I'm like, we'll see about that.
Closed caption.
But thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit us up across all platforms at AfterBuzzTV.com. Subscribe to us. Leave us a little comment, a little love. We'll give you a little shout out on the show. You guys can hit me up everywhere at DJ Jesse J.
And y'all can hit me up at All My 30s and check out my podcast, All My 30s.
Boom. Till next week. Same time, same place.
Peace.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.